Tukaweze kusikiliza.
That we are using this for socio-economic development. Let's look at the digital superhighway as the transport system, the road system. That superhighway, we don't just go there to roam around, waiting for anything to do. We use it when we are moving from point A to point B. And that's how we must make the digital superhighway. It is a superhighway to help you get your e-skills, do your telemedicine, do your e-commerce, get your kids to learn, exchange culture, because again, we must do that. We must ensure that our young people, they are learning from each other. We are learning from people from here, from Kikuyu, from Nakuru, from Isiolo. We must exchange culture. We must really go back to where we came from. The role of our grandparents, again, let us not forget that. With this gender-based violence, with these teen pregnancies, what role can our grandparents, our parents play to help us bring us our young kids? We realize that once you get to the digital space, you get lost, and you are as good as you are knowledgeable, as you are able to navigate through that. And that's why, again, we are talking as a government, we have to start digital household hygiene, cyber hygiene at the household level. That, again, we are not letting our children to navigate through these technologies on their own. The same way we don't leave our kids in the middle of Nairobi and assume they'll get home. It's the same thing. You don't give your kids a digital device and assume they'll navigate and know what content to read, and finally in the evening you assume all is well. We must be vigilant to ensure that we protect our future generation. To continue, the community has benefited with many individuals using the computers and internet to apply for jobs. I think that is evidence. We have free Wi-Fi that covers the entire complex, has been transformative, with community members using their own devices for e-commerce and government services, among others. In fact, the availability of free Wi-Fi has directly driven an increase in smartphone ownership, as locals are now willing to invest in smartphones, knowing that they can access free internet. And again, it's about disposable income. Nobody should be using more than 10% of their disposable income to access digital services, because it needs to be a public good. It needs to be a basic right, so that you have to access your government services at an affordable rate. Finally, I wish to remind you of the African saying, which says, if you wish to go fast, go alone, but if you wish to go far, go together. I wish to thank all the partners who have worked with us towards the realization of these hubs, and thanks, engineer, you have already done that for us, but I just want to say I thank Huawei for their support in providing the smart screens and devices that have been used extensively for teaching, connecting the institutions to the government fiber network, offering wide Wi-Fi coverage across the campus, and providing advanced training for the trainers so that they can pass their skills on to students. I extend my gratitude to the Strathmore University for partnering with the government by supporting with the research towards achieving the digital superhighway agenda. And I want to challenge research institutions. Let's look at lived experiences. We are connecting these people, but we do want to hear from them. What are they gaining from this connectivity? I think that is very key for us, so that we can continue improving and providing what is needed. And also guide our young people to contextualize solutions, to contextualize use of these digital services, to come up with solutions that we can use both at the national level and at the global level. We are talking of creating jobs, and these are the avenues we'll use to create jobs, to ensure in your bedroom in Kakamega, you can come up with a solution that can solve issues in China, in Estonia, across the globe. I think that's the thinking we'd want to give our children as we move forward. Together, let us continue on the journey for the digital transformation. And with those few remarks, distinguished guests, Your Excellency, I request all of us to be upstanding as I invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, to address us. Asanteni sana.